My name is Zach Weisbach. I'm the president and owner for Visionary Sports. We're a hockey advisory group and an agency based in Western Canada, now Eastern Canada as well, and designed initially to mentor, be able to guide student athletes through decision making and choices in their career, both on and off the ice, help them develop as people as well as players and young professionals as well.
I'm Bora Albayrak. I'm the BC Regional Director for Visionary Sports and Development. I started working with Visionary about November 2021. I was still in college, in my last year of college. He gave me that opportunity and I ran with it during school, and I think it's the greatest decision I've made in my life. And I'm really passionate about helping these guys get to the next level and become better human beings. I think Zach saw that and helped put me in a position to succeed and grow.
Yeah, we started small. We only had a few of us initially that had to put in a lot of hours and grinding and work to get it off the ground. And it's grown now and developed into new territories, new regions and markets. We built out into Saskatchewan and then BC and now Ontario as well. I think the big thing that's allowed us to do that is the leadership group. We've got some people that are very passionate about growing and being involved in the decision making, which was always the goal, to have other people that helped us to innovate and adapt. And I think through that, it's allowed our team to just continue to build future leaders that are helping us to take that next step.
My name is Tafari Chimuharu. I'm playing for OHA Edmonton next year, and my advisor is Zach. Zach has been helping me a lot. He stays in contact with me like almost every day, and he's helping me talk to lots of great teams, NCAA, BCHL, USHL, you could name it.
I've been with Visionary for like probably 2.5 years to 3 years. I just got a text from Bora thinking I was eating pizza with my friends. I had no idea what Visionary was, and then I looked into it when I was eating pizza. I was like, okay, this is an agency. And I contacted my mom about it, and we kind of just went from there.
My name is Fontel. I am Case and Harold's mom, and Bora is our advisor. Never had an advisor. Nobody's reached out to us before, so I had no idea. So I just started Googling, and then I got an email from Bora shortly after. I was a little guarded at first, and you don't know what's real or what's not real, and so we just had a conversation, broke down finances, what he's able to do, what his goal is, and his view of my son. So to make sure we're not just paychecks, so.
Absolutely, it's hard to trust people.
It is very, yeah.
The way I would build trust with our families is just pure honesty. The way that we do things is the hands-on approach. We really communicate with the family, build that relationship, and give the criticism and the honesty that is going to help the player or the family understand where he's at right now and create a realistic pathway for him going forward. We don't sugarcoat anything, and we really try to help the athlete understand how he's going to get there and the proper steps to take them, and I think the family really trusts that.
Yeah, my parents were a little skeptical about it because honestly, we didn't know too much about it. Definitely the money part could affect you, but if you can pay for it, it's a good thing to do, especially with someone like Zach that you can trust. He can get your name around, he can talk to people, he can even get you in camps that maybe you couldn't get into before.
He's an advocate, he advocates for you.
Yes.
As a young player, you don't always get that, right?
Yeah.
So talk about why you do this. It's not always a glamorous job. It's a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of work. What do you get out of being an advisor?
We get to be at the rink every day. We get to work with hockey players. We get to work with families that are going through the same steps that we did, when we were playing in our careers. So I think to be able to boil it down to a simple element of we get to give the advice and support that we all wish we had as players. We get to answer the questions that we didn't have answers to when we were going through it, and our parents didn't as well. I think that's the joy in it. Every single day, being at the rink and working with those families, we get to make a true difference in a sport that we're all fired up and passionate about.
He helps me navigate. He's actually calms me sometimes when I don't know what's going on, or a million emails come in all the time about this team or that team or tryouts, and you can't do all the tryouts, and so he really helps me navigate which tryout is beneficial to Kaysen and what isn't, and what teams have showed interest in Kaysen versus the other ones that just want camp money, basically.
And that's invaluable. That's really difficult stuff to know without someone on your side in your court.
Oh, it's saved me lots of money.
nuts.
Exactly. Talk about why these showcases are valuable for everyone involved.
When we put these showcases together, we make sure that there's value in it for the families. They're flying from all over the country to come in here and gain some exposure to these junior teams. It's really important for us to be able to see them play in their competitive environment live in person. And so it helps not only if you're representing someone, but also our whole organization to be able to see these athletes and then connect them with the right coaches where they're really going to be able to thrive.
Honestly, I think it's like a great time because usually you have a lot of friends in Visionary, so they come down. I just play hockey with the boys, it's pretty good.
The big thing for the showcases is it gives us a landscape to get everybody, whether it's our staff, the clients, and coaches, all in the same space, and to work towards common goals. For the players, the chance to hear feedback, the chance to hear development tips and advice from coaches at the level that they're trying to get to, and frankly, the exposure. We see camps all the time. We're always at whether it's main camps or tryouts or what have you. And a lot of them they're thin, they're missing value, they're missing substance. So we wanted to try and create a setup that hammered that home. They get information, they get resources, they get to work directly with coaches, and they get the exposure piece. We wanted to really develop that as much as possible. And for coaches, we get to network with them, we get to further the relationships, and we get to connect the dots. So our players get opportunities and they get in the door. And I think it's grown a lot over the years. We've been able to do Alberta, Saskatchewan, BC now. This one's been fantastic, and we've just learned from each one by chatting with the families. What do they want? What do they not want? What works? What doesn't work? And through that, we make small improvements to get to where we are now.
What are your goals for Visionary in the short term, the long term? Like, what's your vision?
I think short term, we want to continue to perfect the service and value that we currently bring for our student athletes. I think there's a few little modifications that we want to do to be able to bring even more and to just really cover everything in an umbrella that they could possibly need as student athletes. That's, I think, the base step. And I think from there, it's building out our team and continuing to tap into new markets so that for a player, no matter where they go and whatever decisions or transactions they go through in their career, they always have a member of our staff that's there to provide the hands-on support, which is big for us with our teamwork element. I think long-term, we would love to see our events, things like the showcase, continue to expand. It's a great opportunity to work, together, to be there with the guys and for our team to get together as well. Our pro division is starting to get off the ground and starting to make strides. And I think seeing our older players go through university and then step into pro and sign contracts and go to all different parts of the world and be able to pursue hockey at that level, I think that'll be a big step for us as well.